Well, there are really two important aspects. One of them is really providing innovation and providing ideas in terms of how to solve sustainability issues around the world. And a lot of that focus is based around technology. So the BMW Group has introduced since 2007 efficient dynamics, which is really about improving the efficiency of vehicles, but at the same time guaranteeing that BMWs are still fun to drive. And really at the heart of that efficient dynamics movement is our push to promote electric mobility. We have launched the BMW i sub-brand and two products behind that, the BMW i3 and the BMW i8. And electric mobility really needs to be promoted. You need to discuss it. You need to be in the stakeholder arena and talk about the experiences that we've made with introducing BMW i vehicles around the world. And this has been a very, very positive experience. But we're using the platform of COP21 to talk about that. Now beyond that, the BMW Group is also moving in the direction of providing sustainable mobility solutions that go beyond the vehicle, such as car sharing. So there are a whole range of innovations that we're providing and that we're talking about as well. And beyond that, it's really important to engage and discuss. And the BMW Group has been part of the COPs for numerous years. I think COP21 is something quite special because there's a lot of positive momentum, a lot of positive energy towards finding a solution, to coming up with an international agreement, and we really want to be part of that positive movement. And ultimately, we're also listening. We're talking to stakeholders, having critical discussions, and taking as much as we can home for our development process and our thought process. Business has a very important role because ultimately business will be providing a lot of the technological solutions to solve problems around climate change. And I think that the entire COP process over the years has opened to allow business to be part of that and to engage. And I think that the Sustainable Innovation Forum is also in this space. It's important that business engages, and that really goes in two directions. That is, on the one hand, business providing ideas, business providing innovation, but at the same time, business getting the right signals, discussing, talking to policymakers, and taking that back for the strategy process. So business really needs to be part of this, and it's good to see that business is really engaging more and more within the COPs that take place every year. You see lots of sponsoring, you see lots of companies engaging, and there's even a kind of a healthy competition, which company can position itself to be a green company, how sustainable are companies. So next to the other metrics of business, I think sustainability is becoming more and more also a point of competition. So we find that there's a lot of competition around being sustainable. And I think for industry as a whole, that's a positive movement. The BMW Group is really working on all fronts in order to do that. If you look at it from a narrow sense and look at simply our products, we are improving the efficiency of internal combustion engines. We are going into new drivetrain technology and offer electric vehicles. And these electric vehicles come in a whole wide array of different types of drivetrains. So fully electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, hybrids. So the BMW Group is really doing everything at a vehicle technological level to reduce the amount of emissions that take place during the usage process. Beyond that, the BMW Group is taking a very, very critical look at how vehicles are being produced and how they're also being recycled. And I think a prime example of that is the process behind our BMW i vehicles. We have gone to great lengths with our BMW i products to reduce the amount of CO2 emissions that take place during the production process. With our BMW i vehicles, for example, we produce the carbon fiber in Washington State, in the United States, using 100% hydroelectric energy. The final assembly and production of the vehicles, which takes place in Leipzig, is done using 100% wind energy. So these are just two examples of how we're trying to reduce the CO2 footprint of our vehicles. And we're seeing that provided you're using 100% renewable energy to drive your electric vehicle, you're actually able to reduce the amount of CO2 emissions over the life cycle by 50% compared to a comparable conventional vehicle. And that is a substantial contribution to reducing the amount of CO2 that's emitted, the amount of greenhouse gases that go into the atmosphere. And I guess the final and largest innovation that we're looking at is the move to go beyond the product. The BMW Group is evolving to be moving in the direction of being a provider of sustainable mobility solutions as well. Things such as car sharing, providing apps to solve mobility problems in an urban environment, working with other innovative companies, providing charging infrastructure, working with companies that provide charging infrastructure. So we're going, and I think electric mobility is really the catalyst for a lot of this, we're going really beyond the vehicle and looking at a lot of other solutions and other innovations that go far beyond just the vehicle itself. We've worked together with the Sustainable Innovation Forum for 2 years now, based on the positive experience that we gained during COP20 in Lima, Peru. We've decided to take our engagement and our work together with the Sustainable Innovation Forum to the next level, to become a headline sponsor. And the Sustainable Innovation Forum 2015, within the context of COP21 in Paris, has been a fantastic experience. It's grown in terms of size, it's grown in terms of engagement, it's grown in terms of the number of topics and exhibitions that are offered. And we found over the last 2 days that it's been a wonderful platform really to engage with a whole multitude of stakeholders, policymakers, town representatives, city representatives, academia, students, the whole wide range, and that's been a fantastic experience. And really it's about dialogue and creating positive momentum in the spirit of providing innovation to solve climate problems. And I think the name Sustainable Innovation Forum in itself really accentuates how important it really is to think about innovation in terms of solving climate problems and coming up with the right solutions for sustainability. Mankind has created a lot of the problems, but mankind is now also being asked to solve these problems with innovations, and I think that will be the key moving forward in the next years.